In a quiet, rural village in Gokwe, children walked the same dusty path to school every day, greeting neighbors and stopping for water along the way. Until one afternoon, something happened that would shake the entire community and end in a dramatic high court decision. Months passed in silence before a shocking truth surfaced. 6 young schoolgirls accused a trusted villager of assault, leading to his arrest and a tense legal battle over whether he should be released before trial. But the court faced a difficult question. Should an accused man walk free while the youngest and most vulnerable witnesses lived just a few houses away? In Matsanya Mate village, life followed a familiar routine. Children walked long distances to Mawisa Primary School, often stopping at homes for drinking water. One such home belongs to Jospat Makumbe, whose homestead lay along the children's daily route. According to court records, in June 2025, several girls between the ages of 7 and 9 stopped at his home asking for water while walking to school. Instead of giving them water, Makumbe allegedly told them to follow him to his nearby field. It was there, prosecutors claim, that he assaulted them and warned them not to tell anyone. Fear and confusion kept the children silent. Months passed without anyone knowing what had happened. Then, in November 2025, one child finally told her aunt. That confession opened the door for the other children to speak out as well. Soon, families rushed the children to hospital examinations. Authorities were informed, and police arrested Makumbe. The village that once felt safe suddenly faced disturbing allegations against one of its own. But the legal process was only beginning. Makumbe was charged with 6 counts of rape and appeared before the courts. Before trial, he applied for bail, arguing he had a fixed home, he was not a flight risk, he was elderly and unwell, he could stay elsewhere to avoid witnesses, and he denied committing the crimes. However, prosecutors strongly opposed his release. They argued that the accused and victims lived in the same village, the children were vulnerable and easily intimidated, his presence could influence or frighten witnesses, and justice required protecting the victims until trial. The High Court now had to decide, should the accused return home while young children prepared to testify against him? Justice Muzofa carefully considered both sides. The court acknowledged that Makumbe was unlikely to run away, but the real concern was interference with witnesses. The children knew him. They passed his home daily. Some trust had existed between them before the alleged crimes. The judge noted that even indirect contact or fear could influence young witnesses. Makumbe offered to stay with relatives elsewhere, but the court found that he would still remain within the same local community, meaning influence or pressure could still occur. Medical reports also suggested the state had a strong case, making the risks greater. Balancing the rights of the accused against the protection of child victims, the judge ruled that justice demanded caution. Bail was denied. Makumbe would remain in custody until trial. Stories like this remind us how real courtroom decisions affect real communities and families across Zimbabwe. If you enjoy true Zimbabwe legal stories explained in a clear and engaging way, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next gripping case.